Welcome to Solo Shop First, and today we're going to have a look at the figure of Kestis from the Jedi Survivor game. Now, this came obviously as part of Wave 43, which I did like just a quick view of the figures in that wave, and then the idea was obviously just to sort of go through the wave individually and have a look at these figures. So in terms of the card art on this figure, really nice. I mean, obviously it is an artist's impression by the looks of things, and unfortunately, certainly from my perspective, as I said previously, I've never played any of these games, so I probably really need to do a little bit of research into these games. But the figure itself looks really nice. And I know a lot of people have wanted this figure for a long time. So decent card art on the front. You've got the 4+ age group logo in the top left, the warning in the top right, the Kenner logo down at the bottom. Kestis himself comes on I suppose it is a green name pill and a green background behind the figure. So it does make the figure stand out quite nicely. In terms of let's have a look at the back of the card. So not too much to write home about. I'm not going to go through all those figures because I've already sort of spoken about this wave. This is just simply VC265. So we'll just have one final look at the front of the card again. As I said, I really need to have a look at this game to sort of get a better understanding of the actual characters themselves. But as I said, I do know a lot of people in the Star Wars community have wanted this figure, and I think he was released. Well, I know he was released in the Black Series line, but they actually had this this figure a long time ago. So it's taken quite a while to get this figure in the 3.75 line. So let's get this figure out of the packaging and we'll have a look at it in a little bit more detail. Okay, so here we have the figure out of the packaging, and it's a nice looking figure. This video is probably going to be quite short because, as I said, I don't really know a great deal about the character, but he does look very good. In terms of the articulation that you do get with this figure, it is everything that you would now come to expect with the modern vintage collection. So you've got articulation at the head, at the shoulders, at the elbows and at the wrists with those hinges. He does have like a swivel in the waist. It is quite stiff, which is good. And he does come with those new butterfly hinges. Although it is a little bit difficult to manipulate that one just quite simply because of the way that the holster works on this. However, I'm sure you know with a little bit of fiddling about, you can get that nicely done. Articulation at the knees, and he has the rocker ankles. So let's just bring that figure in so you can see some really nice detailing on the figure. Good colours on the back, on the boots, grey boots. So nice looking figure. I love I do actually like the way they've done that holster. Although if I had a little gripe on it with that, it is good that you've got that piece around the leg, although it does make it, as I said, a little bit more difficult to manipulate, certainly if you were trying to put him up like that. So that's the only, it's not a criticism at all, but the only sort of small thing I would say about that actual figure. In terms of the accessories, and again, you're going to have to forgive my ignorance on this because he comes with his own little droid. If anybody can tell me what that droid is, I don't know. Please let me know, because he does feature on the card art behind him, and it's quite a cool little droid actually. I mean, articulation is a little bit limited, but God, it can't be. I say a little bit. Wow, look at that! You can actually move both individual legs. And he's got a swivel and a pivot on the head sculpt. So that is pretty impressive. His blaster that he comes with is, I mean, it's like a, yeah, I mean, obviously it's a pistol, but it's got some quite nice detailing on it. It's quite a plain grey, but it does have a brown stock, which is a pretty nice touch. And he comes with a blue lightsaber and the lightsaber hilt. Now that is quite interesting. So if you can see that, it's got those sort of prongs that protrude as though it's almost about to ignite. So some nice little detailing on that. But overall, a really decent representation of the actual character. A nice figure to add. Carded collectors, you know, you'd want to pick this up, but as a loose collector, you know, this is a great figure, and even, you know, you could use this figure in all sorts of battles or whatever that you're doing scene wise. So all in all, a decent, really decent looking figure. As I said, I can't say too much more on the actual figure itself because I don't play these games, but I'm happy to have that one as a loose one in my collection. Anyway, that's it for today's video. If you have enjoyed the video, please hit the like button. If you're new to the channel and you want to subscribe, then please do. There'll be plenty more videos coming shortly. If you've got any questions or any comments, please leave them in the comments section below. Hopefully some of you will, because you can actually educate me a little bit more on the actual Jedi Survivor game. But you know, that is, yeah, please leave the comments in the in the comment section below, and I hope you have enjoyed this video, and thank you very much for watching.